All right, my friends, today's Revit tip comes from a need that was in a residential project. We are going to today make a brand new, very specialized room tag. And in residential construction, if you can actually use this room tag in the concept in any project, could be commercial, could be institutional, government, doesn't matter. The idea is to make your own room tag that has the information in it that you specifically need. For this residential client, they wanted to have the room name in there and they wanted it underlined and bold, but underneath that, they wanted you to know what the dimensions were for the room, like this is a bedroom and it's 8 by 10, or this is a bedroom or a bathroom and it's 7 by 11, whatever. And so that they could see, when the client looks at the plans for residential, a lot of times they really want to know about how big the rooms are. And if you just have the square footage in there, they might not really know, oh man, how big is that room? They really want to know. And the tag also needed to show the floor finish, like this is carpet, or this is wood, or this is tile in the floor, okay? So what I'm going to do is show you guys how to make a customized, specialized, and you'll see how special it is in a minute, room tag. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen. And where's my screen? Oh, here I am. All right. So here we go. Let's just go. We're still using this little architect's office, but it doesn't matter. I've got some tags, room tags in here that are just large text, not too specialized, but we're going to make a brand new one from scratch. Okay. So to make a new, room tag, we're going to click on File, and we're just going to hover over New and pick Family. And it's behind my face. Happens every time, no matter where I put my face, the dialog always pops up behind it. Anyway, okay, here we go. We are going to go into Annotation Objects, and right down here is a room tag. And when I open it, there is diddly in here. Look, boom, there's an insertion point. Now they want you to start working right here, and that's good, okay? We're going to do that. So what I want to do is we're going to put in a label, okay? We're going to put in a label right there, okay? And which label are we going to put? Well, the name, the room name, okay? And you hit this little arrow, bing, it puts it over. And this looks good. So I'm going to say, okay. And we'll zoom in so we can see what we're doing. This is what we're working with here, okay? All right. On this particular one, let me just, I'm going to move my properties right over here so they're out of the way of that edge. Okay. On this, I'm going to go ahead and this is my properties box. Just brought it out here just for a minute. I am going to make this left justified, okay? And then I am going to, this is an 1/8 inch label. I'm going to actually edit the type of that. I'm going to rename it. I'm going to rename that to be 1/8 inch bold underlined. Okay, bold and underlined. So look at this, bold and underlined, done. Okay. And if you look, whoa, that's looking cool. Okay. So that's what they wanted. And I can put it right there. I just put the end of the box right there. I can move it over to the letter type. It doesn't matter where you put it, as long as everything's lined up. And they will line up here in a minute. Okay. So here we go. So what was it? Oh yeah, square footage and or the dimensions. And I'm just going to show you how to build these things. So let's watch this. Let's put a, let's hit the create button and put another label in here. I'm just going to put it, see how that lines up with the text automatically. I'm going to put another label right underneath. This one's going to be the floor finish. I want to show you something cool. Floor finish. So if I just leave everything like this, no prefix, no suffix, no break, just everything just as it comes in, and I hit OK. It's like, what? I really didn't want it to be monster, like, oops, that one. Okay, so let's look at the properties. Here's my properties, and I'm going to, hey, I didn't want it up there. Gosh. Okay, when I click on this guy, the properties, I do want this to be left justified, okay? And I'm going to edit the type, and I'm going to duplicate it and just make this one plain. Look at this, plain old 1/8 inch. And wait, no, I'm going to rename this one 16th inch. So it looks nice and small and a little bit nicer. So I named it 16th, and I'm actually going to change the text size to 1/16. Okay. So this is what it's starting to look like over here, but oh, underlined and bold, no. Okay. I need my properties of this label. Oh yeah, edit type. Here we are. I don't want it to be bold, and I don't want it to be underlined. Okay, sorry. There we go. So now we're looking, it's looking a little bit better here. Let me move this up, move that smaller. Okay. So if I place this, see how that lined up? These tink, tink, they will line up with each other. And so I've got the floor finish right below it. Let's just say that's what I wanted. That's not my final, but that's what I want. That's pretty cool. And so I'm going to save this. I'm going to give it a name. I am going to delete these other old ones out of here. And we are going to name this room tag new. Yeah, whatever. Room tag new. I'm going to say save. Okay. So it's called room tag new. And I'm going to load it into my project and close it. So when it comes into my project, it's not being used yet in my plan. So I'm going to pick one of the ones I already have, okay? I'm going to right click on it, and I'm going to say, select all the instances in this entire view, visible in the view. So if you'll look, it has grabbed every one. And what I want is my properties box here. It says large name only, and that's what I had it called, but I'm going to switch it to room tag new, the new one that we just made. Okay. Now, once I switch them, take a look. What it's doing is it's showing me a little question mark underneath, and it's showing me the name of the room. That's great and all, but the problem I'm having is these rooms don't have any floor finish applied to them, right? So to get that, I could either come in here and I can click on that little question mark and type in ceramic, okay, tile for the bathroom. And I could walk around and add that. That's one way. Or if you have a schedule for your room, your finish schedule, if you've got a finish schedule, and I'll open that up, take a look at this. My floor finishes are listed next to my name. So I could say, okay, in the lobby, I want terrazzo, okay? If I can remember how to spell it. I want terrazzo. In my conference room, I want carpet. And it just so happens that my reception area, I want carpet there also. So if I click on it, if I have used it in the past at all, it's in the drop down. So I don't have to keep typing the word carpet each time I want to use it. I can just use the drop down. In my waiting area, I want that to be carpet also. Wait, wood. I want a nice wooden waiting area. That'd be really cool. And on my floor, I'm going to have wood also. So let's just say those are what I've set. Now, if I go back to my plan, it populates. Take a look. It has populated to what each of these spaces is using for my floor material. And that's pretty cool and all that it's populating. But let me show you something else really nice here. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to say edit family. You can put a prefix in front of these. Now watch this, floor finish. I'm going to click on that floor finish. I'm going to say edit label. And right here as a prefix, I can write, watch this, floor finish, colon, and I put a space. And when I hit OK, look what it does, floor finish, and it writes it, okay? So let's save this and load it back into my project. Load it back in my project and overwrite the existing one. Now look, what it does, it writes the word floor finish and then it tells me terrazzo. So it keeps things a little bit organized for me so I know what they are. Because if I want to, I could put floor finish, wall finish, ceiling finish, all right in here. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to show you. Look at this. Edit family. Now here's where the fun comes in for this little guy. Okay. I want to edit this right here. I don't want to just keep putting in separate labels and trying to keep them exactly the right distance apart so that they look nice. Oh, watch this. You just highlight that one and I want to edit the label. I would like not just the floor finish, I would like the area also to be listed, but I want it up near the top. So I'm going to go up. Its prefix is going to be area, colon, space. Okay. But I would like another one. How about wall finish? Okay. So I'm going to come down here, wall finish over here. And I'm going to put in wall finish, colon, space as its prefix. And that's enough for now, I guess. So you could put in the base finish, the ceiling finish. You could put in a lot of stuff. But one of the tricks is this break right here, because watch what happens if I don't use it. If I hit OK, it just makes my label really long. See, it's just going what? It's adding them all next to each other. But if I hit edit label and I say, after you get done writing the area down, I want it to break and go to a new line. And then after you're done with the floor finish, I want it to break and go to a new line, okay? And this is what it looks like when you do that. Now look how it's squashing up onto the name. Well, I can't have that happening. So what you do is you, you select it and you say this, you want this to start generating from the top and work down. So that is in the properties, okay? Right here, your vertical alignment's not in the middle. You want to set it to be at the top, okay? So now this guy right here, I'm going to move it down. It will generate downward. And my name, if it gets to, whoops, I moved it. If the name gets longer than this box, I want it to work its way up. So I'm going to do this. On my properties, I'm going to say the vertical alignment is at the bottom. Okay, on this one, so that it starts at the bottom and it works its way up. You guys with me? I hope so. So let's take a look at what we've got. We've got the area, the floor finish, and the wall finish in this tag. And I'm going to hit save. Yep. Save it. And then overwrite the old one. Now, I want to show you something really smashing. It brings in the area as 120 square feet there, and it says the floor finish. See that? This conference room wrapped upward, and this tag's going downward, area. But how come it doesn't have the other labels? If I go to my finish schedule, look at this. In the conference room alone, that's the only one I'm going to add a floor finish. Watch this. A wall finish. In my conference room, I'm going to put a wall finish, and it's some gypboard, gypboard painted, gypboard dash painted. Okay. So watch this. It's the only one I added information to. So when I go back to my plan, look, it's the only one that is showing the wall finish. You see that? Now watch this. If I go into this label of the conference room, if I go into my finish schedule, and if I don't have anything, I'm just going to hit delete, listed in my conference room, watch this. It takes it out. So now it's only showing the information it has. It's going to show the area and the wall finish, but in the toilet room up here, it's showing the area and the ceramic tile is the floor finish. it's not showing information that it doesn't have. So you're not going to have a bunch of blank, just the prefix listed if there's nothing there. Now, here comes the really cool thing I want to show you guys. You don't have to keep going to the finish schedule to fill things out if you don't want to. Okay? Like, what? Look at this. You can click right on this tag, and when you click the label part, it brings up a dialog box with all the different things that you need to add to it. So look at this. The floor finish is right here, and I can put carpet in there. Okay. And then there's gypboard listed right here, gypboard painted. Bam. And now the information's in there. So if I want the bathroom, I can click on it. Okay. And see, the wall finish is not listed in here yet. It's really cool. So the wall finish on this one is going to be, what do you want? I think it's the same. It is gypboard dash painted. Okay, gypboard painted. So it's going in there also. So I'm just saying that you don't have to go back to the finish schedule to add these, even though in my humble opinion, it's faster to go here, because the lobby, we could use the drop down and just quickly put the what we're using into the stair. Is everything's painted, everything's gypboard painted, crying out loud. So you can use the drop down for those really fast. Now let's go one step further. These are all the things that came with Revit: ceiling, the base finish, the floor finish, the room name, room number. Those shipped with Revit. But what about if I want to show the dimensions of a room, like 8 by 10, 10 by 12? That is not in fact, we're going to go click on it and we're going to go edit that family. If I want to put the dimensions of the room in here, I'm going to click on this and say edit label. And over here, the dimensions, width and length of the room are not part of this, whatchamacallit, are not part of your, the options, the possible categories and parameters. The truth is, what you need right now is a shared parameter, because it's something new out of the box. I'm going to show you how to add a specialized shared parameter. Think outside the box, people. You could have any shared parameter, anything that you want to include in this label to let the person know when they're looking at it, that information. We need to have a new parameter, and it needs to be a shared parameter. Okay, so here we go. Under this box of parameters, I'm going to click the new button. And what it does, it basically doesn't give me an option to make a project parameter or a family parameter. The only option I have is a shared parameter. Okay, so I'm going to hit select, and we're going to make a new parameter. Let's see. The 8 different areas. I'm going to, underneath room parameters, I have one here called room dimensions, but I'm going to make a brand new one. I'm going to make a brand new one under here. Okay. Wait a minute. I want to select a parameter, a room parameter. I want to hit edit. There we go. I'm making a brand new one. Okay. I'm going to hit edit. So I would like to make a brand new parameter. And here, look, new parameters, and there's groups. So I'm going to hit a new parameter. And this is going to be dimensions of the room. You know what I mean? I could even call it basic dimensions of the room. And I want to make it text. So this is a new parameter. And I put it under the category of room parameters, but you could put it anywhere you want. The basic dimensions of the room is the new parameter. I'm going to make it text. I'm going to say, okay. So there it is, basic dimensions of the room. Okay. So when I hit okay, I have to go pick it, right now. Room parameters, basic dimensions. Okay. And what it did, it's bringing the parameter into my project. Look, basic dimensions of the room. I'm going to put it right there. My prefix is going to be dimensions, colon, space. And my example would be like 8 by 10. And the truth is, I want this number, this one up here under area. So here's what it's going to look like. Okay. Make sure you hit break after that. Okay, here we go. Those are all filled with breaks. Okay, bam. So this is what it's going to look like. Dimensions 8 by 10. So if I went too fast for the making a new shared parameter, I do have another video on making another shared parameter. And I'm sorry that you have to go watch that. Maybe I just went too fast. Maybe I should slow it down. Slow it down. Okay. And hopefully you can follow that. But let's just load this into my project, load into the project and close, and save it. Yes. And the it already exists. Yes, overwrite it. Dimensions 8 by 10. Okay, overwrite. So here we are. It's not going to add that information in yet because the project, only the tag has the shared parameter in it. I need to introduce that shared parameter into my project also. So the project has to have it and the tag has to have it. So when I load it in, it can be used. So what you do is you go up to Manage, okay, Project Parameters. And when the dialog box pops up behind your face, what you do is you say, I would like to add a parameter. And it says, what do you want to add? I want to add a shared parameter. This is all in my making a shared parameter video, but I'm doing it anyway. I'd like to add a shared parameter, okay? And I would like to pick it, select it. And so I'm going to say, okay, where did I put it? I put it under room parameters, and there it is, basic dimensions of a room. Okay, add it. But what is it going to be associated with? Rooms. So I just scroll down and pick rooms. That's all I got to do is go get it, select it, go get it. And when it pops in, tell it to be associated with rooms and say, okay. And okay again. So now it's available in the project to use. So look, right here under conference room, look, this is about an 8 by 10 room. And if I click this, the dialog pops up and it says, what are your basic dimensions of the room? I'm going to say 8 by 10. Okay. Bam. And so it puts the information in there, a shared parameter that wasn't part of the project before, in there, and it pushes other stuff out of the way. So the lobby is about a 20 foot long room by 8. So I'm going to put that in there. So look, I'm just going to click on that. And its basic dimensions are 22 by 8 foot. Bam, there we go, 22 by 8. So people, you could go 8 by 22, whatever. Maybe that's how I should do it. And fix it. 8 by 22. Just so it makes more sense. Okay, so there is a brand new, not out of the box, you guys designed that your own self, a room tag that you can do anything you want. You can make it have any parameters you want or any dimension. I mean, you can put anything you want in there, any parameters from your project at all, or create new parameters and put them in. This is very useful right here for interior designers so that they can see all the finishes that are in a room at a glance. And of course, you can just click back on these and swap them back out for the other room tags. It's a room tag available on any floor of any project anywhere. Okay, so I'm just showing you how to make a new one, and I really do hope that helps you guys in some way on some of your projects. All right, So without any further ado, you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. And until we meet again, happy Reviting. All right. Bye-bye.